Thank you for having me. I see many familiar faces. So hello everyone, and I will start from the end to say that we will win. We will win because we don't have any other alternative. We will win because this is our homeland. We will win because we are right, and we will win because we can accept the violence that happened that showed us what will be if we won't take care of it now. I know that I have 10 minutes, so I'll try to be as brief as I can to tell you a little bit about what we've been through, and the video is always better than my lousy English. But I think maybe the most important thing that we now realized, and everyone in Israel is very sorry about it, that all those debates about the judicial reform, everything looks so worthless now when you face this pure evil of what we experienced. I would like to tell you in really 2 minutes part of how we were prepared ourselves to something and what happened. First of all, we learned, as always, that we didn't prepare during before it, that things that not been practiced and used during routine time, during emergency, they won't work. What's working during the routine will work through the emergency. And the second assumption of our conception was that we will be by ourselves. Unfortunately, those two assumptions were right. We prepared in advance for all kinds of things. I'll give you two things. One is that we developed here a few years ago anti-squad terror exactly for this scenario, that people will penetrate to our area, which is not in the Gaza envelope, but it's on the Egyptian border, and ISIS was a threat. So we established a anti-terror squad, part of the among the farmers from our community, that they will do the immediate response. Secondly, we understood that one of the problems that we don't communicate. Ramat HaNegev is spread over 20% of the state of Israel. I have 15 communities, and if the WhatsApp or the telephone is not working, we cannot commute. So we already 2 years ago we started to use those radio. That if I'll now use it, and I'll try to see if they call me, Hamal Me'eran, they will respond. Because if you don't have the WhatsApp, you can't, and if you don't have the radio, you can't. So we did the radio. We started to do Telegram groups to an alternative to the WhatsApp. And if the WhatsApp is not working and the Telegram is not working and the radio is not working, so you have satellite telephones. And if the telephone satellite is not working, so you take people as they did 2,000 years ago, and you send them by cars, by jeeps, by horses. Those are two examples to how we were prepared to those two scenarios, that will be by ourselves and that we need to be prepared. I'm saying it because I think what's happened is that nothing worked, and unfortunately, it's still not working. And without you, believe me, and I know that each one of you, I know you by person, I know that your heart with us, you feel it here in your guts. And if it was if you could, you would go through this screen and come to work in our emergency room. I know it. So I want you to know that you help a lot. Why? Because when you hear this amazing support that we couldn't, I can't tell you how important it is. Thousands of soldiers going through this region, thousands, and they see the Israeli flag and American flag, because we saw what does it mean that America is stand by us, and we saw what is the JNF-USA standing by us, and we saw, and I made sure that all my residents will listen and will hear and will read and will look the Biden speech, that for my understanding, it will be something that my grandchildren will learn about it in school, because he said very clear and cut what is the engagement and the commitments of the United States to Israel, and tomorrow he will be here. I'm telling you because we don't have problem with weapons. We have enough airplanes, we have enough ammunition, we have enough vests, we have enough helmets. This is not the problem. We have enough. But the people, the army has enough. But the people that their life destroyed, the first line, people from the Gaza envelope, people that don't have a place to not to live, but people that don't have a place to be buried. On Thursday, we will bury 50 people from Be'eri, one of the communities that they cannot bury their people in their original kibbutz. They won't be able to do it. I want to tell you something. What does it mean that something doesn't work? To show you, to present you something. As this war started, we didn't know. The missile started to launch. By the way, they launched the missile to Ramat HaNegev, but it was a distraction. They were very smart. They did a distraction. They sent missile to all kinds of places that usually they don't send. And then they attacked. And when I heard, I think it was early morning, that Ophir Lipstein, I think some of you probably know him from Shar HaNegev, Regional Council, Amir, my colleague, a friend, a brother, was killed and murdered. And 20 minutes afterwards, I call the commander police station, the police station here, and I'm calling him and I'm telling him, listen, I heard what's going on. Are you bringing forces? And 20 minutes afterward, he was already dead. And I'm calling to the commander of the division, and I understand that they took our anti-squad terror that we built it to this scenario in our communities, but they took it to the Chalutziot that you know probably very well, all those Bnei Netzarim, Neve, Shlomit. And an hour after, 2 of the squad were already dead. Few hours afterwards, when I understand that the army is fully trying to understand what's going on, there is one road, 222, that connect the Gaza envelope with Ramat HaNegev. One road, 20 miles, even less. 20 kilometers. But the eastern community of Eshkol and our western community is less than 20 minutes. So it was very close. And my assumption is that they will try to attack us. And I'm begging the army to block the road, to block it. Nothing happened. And I'm taking 4 residents of mine. We didn't have rifle at that time. I just have my gun that I never used, but as you see, now I have it here now with me. And we're starting to drive, and we're starting to drive towards Eshkol region, and we see the smoke. And I can't understand, where is the army? And I'm looking for the army, and there's no army. And I'm moving, and maybe some of you know the geography. So we passed Tze'elim, and then we passed Gvulot. And then we get to the junction between road 222 to the other road is 232, which goes from south to north, north to south, and it's crossing all the Gaza envelope. And there in the junction, I see a tank, and a soldier is bouncing, and it was clear that he's dead. I'm turning left, and then I saw something that it's hard to imagine. Listen, I've been around. In 1990, I was recruiting to the army, so you know my age. 32 years ago, 34 almost. I've been to the Second Lebanon War. I've seen many operations in Gaza, but nothing prepared me to see what we saw. I see cars and bodies all over that were killed, of course, but they were being butchered. And you understand, and you see what is the evil. You saw it. And I didn't see nothing. I saw a little bit. And then we started to see the people that come. And I want to tell you one thing, and I know it because this is, I told it to the Minister of Agriculture that came to the Shiva of one of my residents. I told him, we have one moral obligation now to do, and is to take care of the survivors, of the first line of the survivors. They are the most important. Our system, our organization is in 200% more than what we are supposed to do. But everyone does it, and I said, and I pass it through my board and through my people, and I said it, and I'm saying it to you because this is the right thing to do. We need to take care of those survivors that they don't have a place to go back. And the meaning of it is that if those communities won't be rebuilt, the Negev rural area will be destroyed, will be vanished. Now we are 10 days after. The government is a little bit starting now to see signs of life. They will go. They have to go. Without you and very good Israelis, amazing people, we have the greatest nation I could expect. But without this great nation and with your amazing support, the situation would be a huge catastrophe, even more than what it is now. And we're only in the beginning. We are going to a very long operation. People will be evacuated, and we are predicting thousands of people that will come here, cities of tents, but it won't be the Burning Man. It will be people that their houses were burned. And that's what we need to do, to take care of those people. Tali, I think this is enough for now.